Texas Success Academy, home of the innovators, visionaries, successful individuals, and competent leaders. An online school proud of its long-lasting integrity and academic excellence. A fully online accredited school. Committed to provide accessible education to all. Recognized by the Texas Education Agency and approved Texas Private School Accreditation Commission. Regional, national and internationally accredited by ACTS and SACSCASI, prestigious agencies that are recognized by the U.S. Department of Education. Learn from some of the best educators in the United States. Accredited, award-winning, affordable and exceptional online learning for K12 and adults. What are you waiting for? Experience greatness and learn from the best. Be a Jaguar now.
Texas Success Academy, home of the Jaguars.
Great day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our soon-to-be Jaguars. Texas Success Academy proudly presents #TSA Talks, explore a new and creative path to earn your high school diploma. To formally start our program, let us all welcome Texas Success Academy School Superintendent, Dr. Lisa Chapell.
Hi everyone, I'm here. Just give us a few moments. Okay, great. I'm glad you can hear me. I can't see myself, but at least you can hear me, and I'm so excited to be here. I know they're working in the background, but I'm so excited that yesterday was our 11th year anniversary. So we are excited that we are in our 11th year, educating students not only in the U.S. but internationally as well. So I'm so happy that you all are here. Remember, you can submit questions and we're going to answer them. We're going to also include some of our team members so that you can ask them questions as well. Let's give ourselves just a moment so that not only you can hear me, but you can see me. So give me just one moment. They can see me. I just can't see myself. So let me adjust my volume just a little bit and make sure that you guys can hear me okay. If you can hear me great, give me a thumbs up or okay in the private chat. And it sounds a little muffled, so I'm going to do the very best I can to explain everything and that you can hear me. So I apologize for that. Next time I'll make sure I have my additional mic. So I would like to talk about our admissions program and what we offer. But before that, I'd like to give you just a little bit of history about Texas Success Academy. TSA was founded by a group of educators. So they're not investors, they're true educators that work in the classroom, in the university setting. We work from K through 12th grade, and we also work with adults from elementary, middle, and high school. Also to our students that are returning to school, like dropout recovery. So we have a lot of experience. And we looked at what was going on in public schools, and we decided, let's do something different. Let's make a school that is open to everyone to succeed. That their hope becomes an opportunity and then a reality. So let's see if we can bring on someone from our admissions department to talk to us about Texas Success Academy and how it is when you enroll and get the process started. So I'm looking forward to you guys to meet some of our team members and let's see what's going on. Hi, now I can see myself. It's so great.
Hi.
Hi, this is Kiel. He's in our admissions department. And I am so happy that he's here. He's an excellent admissions representative. He helps a lot of students enroll. So let's welcome him. And let's see if Mr. Kiel can tell us a little bit about the admissions process and help a student that is interested in enrolling in Texas Success Academy.
Of course. So if you need help with the enrollment process, there are two ways we can do it. So one is if we get a phone call or if you call us, I can actually help you via the phone call. If you're in front of a laptop or a computer at that time, it's easy for me to help you navigate throughout the website and have you fill out the form. But if you don't have the time or if you're driving, I can always just send you an email. You just need to provide me with your email address, and the email I sent, it contains every single enrollment instruction, and you just need to follow it, and then you can start your enrollment. So, and yeah, that's how you start the enrollment.
That's great. Thank you. Is the enrollment process pretty straightforward? Is it difficult to do, or do you just have to follow instructions?
You just need to follow instructions, but there are questions here and there, and I do advise that you ask just before you enroll so that you have all these answers cleared and your mind is cleared before you start your enrollment. So, yeah.
That's awesome. So, say, what if I fill out my enrollment form, but I don't have my documents at that time? How can I submit my documents for the admissions process?
Well, usually you can start your enrollment prior to you getting your documents. So let's say you do not have your transcripts on file and we absolutely need it for some of our programs. So let's say you have a little trouble getting your transcripts. Of course, we can step in and assist you, but most of the time we do encourage students to get it directly from their schools because some independent school districts do require that the students directly get it from them instead of on our behalf, basically. But yeah,
So, some of the documents I need to enroll in school would be like my driver's license if I'm a parent that's enrolling a K through 12th grader, right? A
yes.
birth certificate, previous records, and we do have an opportunity where if they don't do it at the time of enrollment, we can send them a link. And tell me about that link that we send parents and students.
So, so yeah, after we receive your enrollment form and once it's cleared by our finance advisor and it's forwarded to the admissions department, the first thing we do is actually ask for your documents. And in the email that we sent you, there would be a link there for you to compile every single document that you need for the program that you applied for. So,
Okay, thank you. That's great. Tell me, what do you like about being in admissions?
oh, the thing I like the most are the stories I hear every day. So I hear people of all ages, trying to get back to school, trying to get their high school diploma. It's something about that that is really so inspiring to hear. And you just want to encourage them. Okay, no worries. We don't care about your age. You can study with us. You can get your high school diploma with us, no problem. And I love that they found that drive, that motivation to get started and start wherever they finished. And I'm glad that I'm part of the admissions department because I get to hear all kinds of stories every day. So
I'm
I think
glad
that's
you're
the best
part of
part.
the admissions department too. I didn't mean to cut you off. Sorry. I'm very happy you're here. I want to talk about our admissions for our little kids. So sometimes we have students that come in and they have been working from home, like they're homeschooled.
Yeah.
And sometimes they don't know exactly where they are. So we do offer something called a placement exam. And we want to see exactly where your child is. So, say, for instance, I know this year we had a kindergartner who is amazing, and so he started in kinder, but he was really being super advanced. And so thank you, Miss Ingrid. And so we gave him a placement test. And do you know he was in first, second, and third grade? And now when he leaves TSA after a year, he'll be in third grade. Because when we place you in the classes that you need. So in general public school, whatever age you are, that's the grade you go into. If you're 5, you're in kinder. 6, and you're in first grade. But what if I'm advanced? What if I'm more advanced in math than I am in science? And what if I'm more advanced in English than I am in social studies? We actually look at each individual student and give them an opportunity to do their placement test and place them accordingly. So I know in admissions you all are part of that process, and it's not difficult, is it?
It's not actually.
Mm-mm.
We,
It's not. We want to place you where you want to be so that you're not frustrated and that you're learning. And usually, when our students leave TSA, they graduate early. Thank you, Ms. Crystal. They graduate early and they're able to get scholarships because in the state of Texas, if you finish before the 4 years of high school, Well, the state has money that they didn't spend on you in high school, so they can use that for scholarships. So thank you so much, Ms. Kiel, for staying with us and talking to us today. I
Of
appreciate you.
course. All
Thank
right,
you.
thank you.
All right, great job. I want to talk a little bit about the registration process, and I'd like to bring on Mr. Johnny Tran to talk about our registration process and to talk about all the documents that we need. And I'm in my virtual house right here where so that I know you guys are like, what's that little movement? No, this is not my house, guys. I wish it was, but it's a great background, right? So hi, Johnny. Thank you so much for joining me today. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me. Glad to be here.
Thank you so much. For Johnny is our registrar assistant, and he is over our records and our transcripts and our diplomas. And tell me a little bit about how students or parents, since we're talking about our K-12, can request their records from their previous school.
Hmm. All right. That's not too complicated. There's a couple of ways. First and foremost, of course, depending on how far back that they left the school, whether they completed or withdrew, they can request it themselves. It'll be much easier. But if that's not the case and it's not easy, we can contact them ourselves. Or if it's further back than a couple of years, then contacting the district would be the next step. But we can also help with that as well. Many times we have, and it goes very smoothly. So,
That's awesome.
yeah.
So, what if I'm a parent and I am not sure that my child has met the requirements for a certain grade level? Can you tell me about transcript evaluation? What does that look like?
Oh,
Like,
of
I
course.
think my child is in seventh grade, but really my child is actually completed eighth grade and they're going into high school. Or if they're in ninth grade and they're not sure how many credits they have. How does that work?
So there's two processes for transcript evaluations. The first one is if you're already enrolled, then I myself will take a look at your transcript that you have given to us or that we have acquired for you. And in that way, I pull up the correct planner for you and I start seeing the classes your child has taken or you have taken. And in that way, I can kind of, decide where you need to be after that. Because if you've already completed these classes, you don't need to take them again. The credits you have, they're valid and they're good. Then I can check those off that you don't need them. And that's the typical transcript evaluation process where you're already enrolled. There's another one called the tentative process, and that's for people who aren't sure if they want to enroll with us just yet and they want to know where they would stand beforehand. So in that case, you would sign up for the tentative transcript evaluation. And whenever I get that information, I do it the same way. I pull up your transcript once I have it, and I check off what you need and don't need. And then I myself will email you personally to talk about it with you, and you can let me know if anything's wrong or missing, or if perhaps there was another transcript page you had. But overall, the processes are pretty simple, and we can just smooth right through them as long as all the documents are required in order.
So I have a question that came in. It says, how do students understand which transcript request form is for them? That's a
Hmm.
really good question because we have a few request transcripts. Do you mind if I help answer some of this question for you or with
Yes,
you?
of
Okay.
course, of
So
course.
if you are not with TSA and you want us to evaluate your transcript, that is under the TSA Connect. I believe it says transcript evaluation. And if you are a current student and you need a transcript, then you will fill out a records request, right? You're not graduating, but maybe you came and just took one class or a semester and you're going back to your previous school or you're going to out of state or out of the country. That will be a records request. If you are a graduating senior, then that would be request to graduate. So that means we're getting ready to get your information together to graduate. So that will be a different request. So those are three different requests. I'm not a student and I need you to evaluate my transcript because I'm not sure where I'm going to be. And there I am a student and I just took one course or I took a semester and I need that record. Or I'm graduating from TSA and I need to request my transcript and my diploma. Did I do okay, Johnny? Is that
Oh
right?
yeah, oh yeah.
Did I
That
miss
that
anything?
sounded pretty good to me.
Okay. Did I miss anything? Okay, so this is another question that came in. It says, can TSA help them get their transcripts from previous school, and is the process difficult? We kind of touched on that a little
Yeah,
bit.
you touched on that a little bit. Yeah, it's not difficult. It's a very simple process. You know, if you can't do it yourself, you just request from us, and we can definitely help you with that. It's happened many times, and it's worked out many times.
It has. And we have a form you can fill out. So if
Hmm.
you feel like, oh, I can't get my transcript, I tried, then there's a form that you can fill out. We're on the same records request as public schools. So we use T-Rex if you're in Texas. So we use T-Rex and we can get your records from there as well. Now, if you're out of state, we will have to send it to your registrar or your school district education center to get it. But if you're in the state of Texas, yeah, we can print them, get them pretty quick because we can use T-Rex or contact your school or contact your registrar and then get your transcript. I'm gonna see if we have any more questions about records before I ask you. What's the best thing about working in the records in the registrar department, Johnny?
Honestly, the best thing would be like once you've completed a process for a student and you've gotten everything through, and they're all done with it. They usually, you know, they say thank you, and it feels really good. They just say something really sweet like, I appreciate it so much. You've helped me with this process, and I can finally move on and do this, and like achieve whatever else next they need to achieve or want to achieve.
Yeah,
It's a nice feeling. It's a
it
nice
is a
feeling.
good feeling. It is a good feeling, and it's very rewarding because our goal is for students to graduate. So if you are even a former TSA student and didn't complete, we have a few students that haven't. Our graduation rate is really high, but there's some students that life just gets in the way. You're welcome to come back to TSA. We want you to finish your um, diploma, your courses. We believe we can start you where you left off at. We will try our best to get everything we can to help you be successful. So, Mr. Johnny is your man. He will get you everything possible as far as your records from your school, help you when it's time to graduate. And the one good thing I like about our program is we get so many transcripts where a student has taken the same class over and over and over and passed it. And I don't understand that. Like, how many times you need to take Algebra 1 and pass? So we make sure that when we place you in the class, it is the class you need to be in. We're not going to make you take the same class over and over and over. We want you to take your classes in order as they are supposed to be. We want you to get those courses, learn from them, and then move to your next class. We're not going to have you in the same class over and over and over again. That's the one thing I love about TSA. And one of the reasons we also started it, working in education, I would see transcripts. I'm like, how is a student having the same class? Who is the counselor? Who is the advisor? We don't do that here. We really are like, this is your class. We give you a planner. So you'll know what you need to take. There's no surprises. Even our high school kids get a planner. Our little kids know in order how they're going to go in school, because if you're in K, you know the next one is first and second and third. We have your courses down for you. So that's what I love about TSA. We're very effective and efficient and thorough in our records. Is there anything you'd like to say, Johnny, before I let you go?
Just one thing: if you need any help with your records, please email me at registrar@texassuccessacademy.com. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Johnny. I appreciate it. Thank you. We have completed a ton of records this year, and I'm excited that we've gotten so many students to graduate or even complete courses. I like to talk about a program with our K-12 students. It's called Dual Credit. And so we're going to bring on our Dual Credit advisor. And I'm excited for you all to meet her. She's wonderful. And I'll wait till they bring her on. Hi, Miss Juanita. How are you?
Hi, Dr. Lisa. How are you today?
I'm doing great. I'm glad to see you.
Thank you. It's good to see you as well.
Thank you. We started a program a few years ago called Dual Credit. But this is the first year that we really have invested a lot of time and energy because we had so many students that were interested when we sent out a survey about our dual credit program. So can you tell me, Ms. Juanita, what is dual credit?
Dual Credit is a great program, and I'm glad we have it here at Texas Success Academy. It's where our 10th through 12th grade students get to take college credit at the same time while they're taking high school classes and they get credit for both at the same time. It's a
That is
great program.
It's a great program. So can you imagine being in high school and you graduate high school, you have associate's degree. So now I don't have to go to a community college if I don't want to. I can go straight to a 4-year university. I wish they had that when I was in school.
Yes, ma'am. It's
That
a
is
great
amazing.
program.
So just think if you graduated early, right? Now
Right.
you have college credit. So when you go to college, say for instance, you don't even get your associate's degree at TSA, you just take courses. Those courses can transfer to the community college or university, and you don't have to retake those classes. Is that right?
That is correct, Dr. Lisa.
That is correct.
Yes.
So that is an amazing program. What is the feedback that you've heard from students about our dual credit program?
Well, they're just happy to have this program here at our school. It
Mhm.
gives them the chance to be able to get the feel of being a college student while they are still in high school. So
Mhm.
again, they take the high school classes at the same time, but it's considered college credit. And this is through an accredited university, so your classes are going to be transferable pretty much wherever you go if they're core classes. So this helps them graduate early, get the feel of being a college student. And
Yeah.
if you just want to take college classes because you want to increase your pay or get a better job, then dual credit is definitely the way to go.
It is. And what's so good about dual credit? So, say for instance, I need English 3 in high school. I
Yes,
wouldn't
ma'am.
take my English 3 in high school. I will be taking my college class. I believe it's 1301, which is
Mhm.
freshman English. So, that freshman English college class is going to be my college class and my high school class. So, I'm getting two for the price of one.
You are definitely two for
So,
the price of one.
I mean, that's amazing, right? I can
It
take my college
is.
classes, and so if I needed to do all my college classes, and now I'm taking college classes because I have a college advisor, right? I have college teachers, and then the other classes that I need at TSA, I can take at TSA, right?
You can. You most definitely can. You'll get a student success coach, and
Mhm.
there are free workshops to help you master your class throughout the entire journey.
That is awesome. So we have a question that came in. It says, if I'm unsure about going to college, can I still take dual credit? Well, dual credit is open to everyone. Is that right?
It is.
Yes,
It
you
definitely is.
Yes, you can take it. And I think that's a great question because if I'm unsure that I can meet the curriculum, now keep in mind we have my camera's backwards, so I'm trying to get my hair out my face. Keep in mind our curriculum is college prep. So if you can do our curriculum, you can do college, right? We have a lot of students that said, I made a 3.6 at TSA and now I have a 4.0 in college, right? We're going to help you. So say for instance, you're unsure, start with the course that you're interested in. Say I want to take English. So you start with the English course and you go ahead and see how that works for you. That gives you an idea of what it's like in college, right? Because in
Mhm.
college, you're independent working, you have group lessons, you talk with students. It depends if you're going to college online or in brick and mortar. So this gives you the excellent idea of what it's like in college. And I love this program. And
I do
so
too.
Ms. Juanita said it's open to 10th grade. So if you're here in the 10th grade at TSA or you're interested, you can come in and start taking your college classes so that by 12th grade, what will happen, Ms. Juanita? If they start in 10th grade and keep going through 12th, what would they have when they finish
You will graduate not only with your high school diploma, but also with an associate's degree at the same time.
at the same time, guys?
Yes.
And for the same price. How
And for
about
the same price.
especially with our K-12. That is amazing. So I appreciate that so much.
Yes,
And if there's
ma'am.
an adult listening and interested in dual credit, the prices for the college is additional because the college charges additional, right? So we will offer you those courses as well. It's not a problem. Thank you so much for joining us. I don't want you to leave yet because if you leave, look like the screen goes black. So I want to talk about some things while you're here
Yes,
and
ma'am.
talk about being an advisor. So not only do you do dual credit, but you also advise students. Tell me about
Correct. Well, I work with the high school students, 9th through 12th grade,
that.
and I'm absolutely enjoying it. It gives me the opportunity to help mold them for their future and to implode in them the information about dual credit is just awesome. I'm really encouraging everybody to take that opportunity to do dual credit if you can.
Yeah. And it'll save your parents in the long run on paying college tuition,
Yes,
right?
yes.
And it's
Definitely parents.
exactly. And instead of using your Pell Grant, if you qualify for your community college, you can use that for your university if you decide to go. Or if you decide to go to get a career diploma, you can do that as well. Say, for instance, you leave TSA and you decide, I want to be a welder. You can go and use your Pell Grant for that. And say, instead of saying, oh, man, I had to go to a community college. I used up all my Pell Grant. I really don't have a lot for my foreign university. This gives you a lot of opportunities. And while we're here, and I'm going to talk about our career diploma, and I want you to stay with me so my screen doesn't
Yes,
go.
ma'am.
So we offer career diplomas, which is amazing. We have our HVAC program. And our HVAC program, and if you are in our 9th through 12th grade high school, you can start HVAC program. We had some adult students go through, and they're journeymen. They're getting ready to sit for their state exam. They're so excited. They learned so much with our HVAC program, and that is a career diploma. So they get their high school diploma and a diploma that says HVAC, so that they can go and get them a job. And so we're going to start hopefully offering additional career diplomas for students and adults that will come to TSA. I know our focus right now is K-12, but Ms. Juanita will not be with our adult program this evening. So I want to make sure that I talk about some of the things with her. And as an advisor, this is the person that's going to be with you from the time you enter 9th grade until you graduate in 12th grade. She's going to be there to help you, guide you, make sure you're taking the right class. She's going to double check your planner to make sure that you're in everything that you need to be. And she's going to make sure that you are able to graduate. So when you request to graduate, we're going to be checking to make sure you finish your courses and you have at least a 70% or better. Most of our students graduate with a very high GPA because they have so much help. We have one-to-one teacher help. We have, and also for our K through 8, we have an online activities teacher. I think we were the first school in the country to come up with that concept. I know I came up with that concept. I was thinking, if I was at school online, how am I going to make friends? Well, this is how. We have an online activities teacher, Miss Nice. She does amazing activities. If you look at our Facebook page right now, he said, I'm a student from Egypt and I want to study in an Ivy League university to become an astrophysics. Is it possible to achieve my goal being at your school? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. We believe that all things are possible because you're getting to go to a school that is an award-winning school, right? We are fully accredited by several agencies. And just like say for instance, you're at a public school or a school in Egypt. If your grades were poor, you didn't do what you were supposed to do, you will not be in an Ivy League school. It's the same with coming to TSA. If you have high GPA, done the activities that we ask you to do, get your recommendation letters, apply to Ivy League, look at the recommendations that they ask. If you're looking at admissions at schools, let me tell you, this is for everyone. If you want to go to any school, look at the admissions requirement. If they say you need a 3.8 GPA or 3.5, you need to be doing community service, you need to have 5 letters of recommendation, then that's what you need to do, right? You can do those things at TSA. Before COVID, all of our K-12 students were required to do community service activities. They would go and do Meals on Wheels. They would read to children. They would go clean up parks, and we use that as a part of their portfolio so that when they apply to Ivy League school or to a private college or to any school, they didn't just have a transcript, but they had a whole portfolio about their activities in high school. So to answer your question, yes. And when you get into the Ivy League school and become an physicist, please let me know because we want to support you. We want you to be one of our success stories. And if you are a graduate of TSA and you are able to accomplish your goal, please become a success story. Please become a person on our website to tell people about TSA because there are so many students that have come to us that have been scammed by schools that are not accredited all over the state and all over the nation. So not only do we handle students in Texas, right? We have students in almost 50 states across the country, right? We have students from several countries in that are international. I looked at our postage, and we have students from everywhere. So if you're outside of Texas, you can come to Texas Success Academy, graduate from an award-winning school, and go to this college of your choice. 100% of our students can apply to college. You can, if you're financially able to get a Pell Grant based on your financial need, you can get that coming through Texas Success Academy. If the school you attended is not accredited, you will not be able to get financial aid. You will not be able to get a Pell Grant, which is money from the government based on your economics. And a lot of students ask me, well, I was homeschooled. I think that's wonderful. I think that's great. Some parents tell me I have difficulty with advanced math because, as Miss Juanita knows, we have algebra, geometry, algebra 2, physics, statistics. We have all kind of maths, all right? And I tell my kids when I was teaching fourth grade, look, I didn't understand this fourth grade math till I started teaching it. My goodness, what are y'all doing? So we understand for parents who have difficulty with advanced math or advanced science, you come to TSA, you can get those credits from us. And this will be your advisor as well. So we have an advisor for our young kids, K-8, and we have a high school advisor. And we have an advising team. So that's a wonderful thing, right? And we have teachers that care about you. So every teacher that comes to TSA knows our mission, our values, our faith is what drives us. We believe in treating people with respect and treating people right. If you talk to any of our students, they will tell you that we support them. And if you're interested in being a Jaguar, then you can call us today. Our lines may be super busy, so we may have to call you back, but we will call you back. And if you love what you've heard so far, and if you have a question that we didn't answer, please send it to us. So while we're live, I can answer those questions. The one thing I can say about TSA that I love is that our kids have activities. Our kids are able to make friends. You have people who love and care for you. When I was an administrator, I used to tell our teachers, sometimes we're the only stable person in a child's life. But at TSA, you have a ton of people who will love and care for you and want you to be successful, right? So don't feel like you're coming here to be alone. You are coming here to be a part of the TSA family. If you look at our Facebook page, you'll see how many wonderful activities we do, how many contests we do, how much we give back to our students and our parents, and we truly love them. We believe in giving our parents and students grace and mercy just like God gives us. And we want you to be happy at school, right? When you come to school, when you come to TSA, you should be excited. You should be excited because you're going to get a quality education. There's no bullying in here from teachers or students. Because when I was in public school, not so much, sometimes teachers were bullies, right? And I hate to say that, but sometimes it happened. But at TSA, there's no bullying. We respect everyone. We don't discriminate against anyone. You're welcome to come and be a part of our family. We want you to believe that you can do all things. We want you to know that you can. And we want you to ask for help if you don't understand, right? So when I was at college at UTA, I was getting ready to do my pre-meds. I was going to go back. I was going to go and be an anesthesiologist. And I remember I was taking a math class. And even though I had my degrees already, I had to get a tutor, right? I had to get someone to come in and help me. And I had to pay additional money for that tutor, right? And I had to go there every day. I had to get in my car, drive to UTA, sit in that tutoring booth and be tutored. At TSA, your teacher will be just like you and I right here. That's how your teacher will be helping you, right? If you decide I don't want to be on camera, then shut your camera off and talk to your teacher. We have some students with high anxiety that do not want to be seen. It's okay. Still be a part. Come to our activities. Turn your camera off. Listen, laugh, and have a good time. Kiki with us all day, right? We have students that have an IEP and a 504. Come on, we welcome you. Because let me tell you, When we thought about TSA, what are some of the main things in the IEP? Miss Juanita, can you tell me? I don't want to put you on the spot. Can you tell me one thing that's on the IEP that we offer?
We make sure that you have the ability to move around whenever you need to. Flexibility.
Flexibility. And also, guess what? One-to-one, that's as close as you can get to a teacher, right? So you have one-to-one with your teacher. If you need to retake a lesson or exam, you can. We want you to learn. Okay, we don't teach to a test. We teach for you to learn. You're going to be
Exactly.
assessed all the time, right? That lets us know if we're doing a good job, right? It's on us if you're not getting it. So when you're not getting something, you set up an appointment with your teacher and you go one-on-one. Now we have a school calendar, right? With all of our classes on it. Those classes are for you to go to, right? And get with your teacher and get with a group of students. But if you're outside, oh, someone asked a question. Let me see. If you're, let me see. Does TSA offer online activities? Yes, we do. We have Miss Nice. She offers a variety, and we also have a club. We have a theater club, and I'm trying to talk her into an acting club. Well, I guess that's a part of theater. It says, how would you implement an IEP of 504 in the classroom online? Very simple. What is the IEP request? Sit close to the teacher, right? They ask that if you fail an exam, that you get to retake it or have extended time. You have extended time here, right? So if you need to do your lesson and you need extended time, you have extended time. If you need to take a break, you are not going to be penalized. If you need to, what is another thing that's on the IEP that I see a lot of? We talk about extended time, one-on-one, sit close to the teacher, where you one-on-one with your teacher. We
One-on-one.
mhm,
They need time to take breaks.
take breaks. That's right. You
Right.
can take a break. We have students here with all kind of situations that learn differently. We have students that have a broke arm. We have students that have a broke leg. We have students that have issues with sitting down too long and they need to get up and move around. If you have any type of issue, TSA is the school for you because we're going to help you. You can get up and move around. You can stand up and type if you need to. If you need to go get you a glass of water, we're not going to say, hey, where you going? We're going to be like, come on back when you're done. Get your water. Come on back. Join the class. Okay, so there's a question. Adults can take AP and honors courses. Yes, they can. Not college classes. So let me tell you, if there's an adult that says, I know that this is gonna take me longer than normal, than just getting my high school diploma, and I would like to do this, then I will say yes, let that adult take a college course. Because they may say, I'm only gonna be here for 2 years, and that 2 years I like to do those college classes. Um, Oh, I'm so sorry. Let me go back because I'm getting a note saying that they don't offer dual credit for adults. So I'm sorry. This is our K12 program that we're talking about. So I won't talk about adults. Thank you, Miss Crystal. So for our adults, dual credit is not available, but at TSA, but you can take dual credit at college. So how we offer dual credit for adults. If you're taking your high school courses here and you say, I want to go and take a class at the community college. Can I do that? We'll sign a paper saying yes. If you're taking English 1301 and English 1302, we'll take you out the adult English course and we'll let you take those courses, right? So you can do dual credit. It just won't be through our online system here. It will be through an outside program. And if you need help, we can do that. Because before we offered dual credit at TSA, we had a lot of students that had college classes that came, but you have to have those classes while you are enrolled at TSA. So you can't bring me a college transcript and say, I've taken all these classes and I want to add this to my transcript. It doesn't work like that. It has to be enrolled at the same time. Okay, so are there any other questions that I need to answer? I want to keep Miss Juanita here while I can see, or is there someone else that needs to join us? I'm going to ask the message real quick. We're going to see if anybody wants to join me real quick and give Miss Juanita a break because she's been so gracious with her time and talking about dual credit and advising students.
Just so they'll know, we have summer dual credit. It's under registration is underway right now. We're enrolling for summer.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you for saying this, Miss Juanita, because guess what? Summer school will be starting soon. Not only for dual credit, but regular summer school. So if you need to recover credit, Come to TSA. We do a lot of credit recovery with a lot of school districts. So if you want to partner with TSA, come and partner with TSA school districts. You can see your students here. And also, if you have a child and you said, oh my God, my child made a low grade in English or science, come and take that one course and take it back to your school.
That's true.
So this summer we have summer school, we have summer school dual credit, we have individual credits where you didn't fail a class, but you want to get a jump on next year. So you want to come here and take your English or advanced math and then go into your school next year with having to take less courses. We can help you with that. Because we are a TEA approved and recognized school through TEPSAC, our classes transfer back to your school. Isn't that wonderful? We take the guesswork out of it. We had some students that enrolled in a school in San Antonio. I think it was called San Antonio, had a lovely name, San Antonio International Academy, something similar to that, that was not accredited. So those students that are there will either be taking, credit recovery to or individual classes, or they're just coming as a regular student. Because if you come, and this is what I need to tell you too. So if you come from a school that's not accredited, we cannot take those credits because we are an accredited school. So what we can do is offer even our K-12 students, you can take an exam, you can take a placement test, we can see where you are. We can help you with that. But while we have a little bit of time, thank you, Miss Juanita, we're going to let Miss Crystal join us, and she's going to talk. Oh, I'm an adult and want to finish K-12. Is that possible, and how? That's a great question. You will finish your K-12 program, but you will be in our adult program, not K-12. So you will be joining through our adult program because it's an accelerated advanced program, and it's combining courses so that you can get through it in a reasonable time. Right? We don't want our adults to be here 4, 5, and 6 years trying to get through school. We want you to come in. We can see where you at. We can place you and get you finished with those courses. So yes, even if you stopped in 6th grade, we have adults that have never been to school. We help you get your high school diploma. We have adults that stopped in 7th grade or 4th grade. We can help you. Thank you so much, Miss Juanita. Miss Crystal,
You're welcome.
enjoy this for a second. I appreciate you.
Thank
Great.
you, Dr. Lisa.
Thank you. So we're waiting for Miss Crystal to join us. And I have to get a big shout out to Clifford, who is an amazing, amazing person. I'm so thankful that he joined us at TSA. He put all this together with Mariel, who is another amazing person. And what I see is just, in my mind, I have a whole new career for Clifford. How about that? I'm so excited and thankful that he's here. And so I'm waiting for Miss Crystal to jump on the call to join us. And let me get a sip of water, you guys. I've been talking for almost an hour. You guys know I can talk. I don't know if you guys have been with us a long time, but look how far we've come from my little corny videos I used to do at the school. Isn't this beautiful and wonderful? Hey, Miss Crystal, how are you?
Hi, Dr. Lisa. I'm wonderful. How are you this morning? Well, afternoon now.
Yes, I'm doing pretty good. I think this has been a wonderful day. I'm so thankful for all of our team members, and I'm glad you're here. So tell us, Miss Crystal, what's going on with you today, and what would you like to talk about?
I am the unicorn of the school, basically. So I'm kind of everywhere. So if you guys ever need anything, just want to let you know on the admin side, we are all here to help. We all kind of work everywhere and take a hand, and we just want everyone to be successful. So I just wanted to stress the point of if a student feels like they struggled in a class and didn't have that individualized attention, that this is certainly the place for you. Not only do we offer parent reassurance, but we offer that student confidence and self-esteem boosting as well. Did we talk a little bit more about the online activities and different things like that?
With Miss Nice, yes, she has a lot of activities, and they're on our school calendar. And we give that calendar to students when they become a TSA Jaguar. And so it has a list of all the times, and you click on the link, it opens up, and you get to go directly into those classes. And that's a wonderful thing, because a lot of schools we don't have any activities, we're online, blah, blah, blah. No, we're a full school, right? So we have a school. We have a back office where we do all of our academic records. We also have activities for our kids. We normally have graduation, but because of COVID, I'm sorry, that phone is ringing and probably no one's going to answer it. But because of COVID, we had to stop graduation the last couple of years. And so hopefully this year we will come up with something. If not, I know that next year we will have an in-person graduation, God willing, if there's no kind of COVID or anything going on. So tell us, Miss Crystal, tell us about what students say about TSA when they finally find us.
So students mostly say, hey, we didn't know that this was possible. We thought that the only options were homeschool or basically a strict state curriculum with no leeway. Here at TSA, our curriculum is based on the actual student and child. So we are able to adjust the different rigors. So if a child is excelling, we can give placement exams and place them in the correct level. If a student is just kind of struggling and not doing so well in something else, we can adjust and different things like that. We also have a situation where we have advisors, as you guys talked to earlier, one of our advisors here, which basically takes the guesswork away from the parents. Like, how is my student doing? You don't have to guess. We have someone there that is actually monitoring their progress as they go and will alert you on the back end. I know we have those high school students that feel like, they're kind of becoming an adult and they don't want to necessarily tell their parent about a bad grade. Well, they can have that relationship with their advisor, but also on the back end, we make parents feel safe as well, where we'll still keep them in the loop when they need to know certain things going on with their students.
Okay. Thank you so much, Ms. Crystal. We have a question. You stay here with me. Is TSA like homeschooling, or will I have to help as a parent? Well, I've always thought and heard that parents are a child's first teacher, right? So when you come to TSA, it is a group effort, okay? This isn't homeschool. Although you learn at home, this is not a homeschool. We're a highly accredited, award-winning online private school, right? So what we do is parents will have to make sure that their child is in class, right? You don't have to teach them. You just need to make sure you are there and that they're monitoring. We don't want kids to feel like I'm here at home and no one cares about what I'm doing. If there's a question a parent has, you ask. Okay. We want parents to ask questions, but we are actively engaged with your child. So it's no, you're in a corner and nothing's going on. No, we're actively engaged, and your child has lessons. So if they're supposed to be in the class, you have to make sure they're in class. They just have to click the link. Someone asked thank you for that question. That's a good one. We have a lot of homeschool kids that come here. Someone asked, are there diplomas good for college and trade schools? What do you think, Crystal? Are our diplomas good for college and trade schools?
They are. That is the difference between getting a diploma and a GED and different things like that. You have the right and the means to be able to go wherever you want to go.
That's right. That's right. And they asked, is it self-paced? That's a good question. It is and it isn't, right? Because we keep you on a schedule. But throughout the day, you can take your classes at 8, 9, 10, 11. We have some students that are working in the entertainment industry. I know we had students that were in a band in Germany. So the time schedule was off and they had band practice at certain times. So your parents will set the schedule for you. If you want your child to start at 8, like they do in public school, you can start them at 8. If your child is a child that learns differently, and they take medicine in the morning and they don't really wake up until 10 or 11, then let them start school when they're at their best. We want your best child, right? When you send us your child, you're sending us your best child, right? You don't send us the worst kids you have and keep the best ones at home, right? So you send us your child when your child is at their best. If they need to take a nap during the day and come back to school, we're fine with that, right? We want the best for your child. Do I recommend any universities or colleges I could apply for after graduation? If you need help with college or graduation, colleges or universities, Miss Crystal is the person you'll be talking with. She's going to help you with colleges and university. There's a form you're going to fill out so we can do some research and let you see what college and school is good for you and what program you want to get into, right? Because I always tell this story. I don't know how much time we have. I know we said we were going to do it for an hour, but let me tell you this quick story. We used to have students that came into school to talk with us all the time, right? And I would sit down with each student. So the student came in and said, I want to be a nurse. I want to be a nurse. I was like, really? Why do you want to be a nurse? Oh, I don't know. I just want to be a nurse. She started going through the program, and we started having this course called, um, it's called Career. I can't remember the name of the course. Um,
Correct.
Career readiness and investigating careers, right? And college readiness. Those are the two. Thank you. She started researching. She came to me and she said, you know what, Dr. Lisa, I really want to be a funeral director. I'm like, really? We go from nursing to funeral director. She said, that's really what I wanted to be, but I didn't think I was going to be able to do it. And I was like, girl, you speak Spanish and you're so personable. Why would you not be able to do it? Do you know what opportunities you have in front of you? So she went through the program and she went to Dallas Funeral Institute. She became an intern. She started working and she did a funeral in Grand Prairie here in Texas of a highly noted person. And she said, this is my calling. She graduated from TSA. She went to the school. She graduated. She went to her hometown in Mission, Texas, and became a funeral director. So we take you from hope of what you want to do to an opportunity, right? You get an opportunity to learn and find out what you really want to do with our courses, to actually being able to do the things you want to do. So from hope, it becomes a dream to reality. How about that?
I love that.
So thank you. Here's another one. What makes TSA a competitive program? That's a good question. Um, I really think it's our academics. I really think it's our reviews that we have from our parents and students. It's really hard to get a great review from anyone, right? So if they take the time to write a review that they love this school, this was the best school ever, then I would look at that, right? If I'm looking at a school that has a 3-star review, 1.2, just recently I was looking at doctors because I need to find me a new doctor, and I'm looking at reviews. This doctor had a 1, this doctor had a 2. I'm like, I'm not going there. So I look at reviews as honesty from people who come here, and our competitiveness is all our accreditations. We are NCAA approved, and we have University of California AG courses. We have AP honors courses. Um, we have so much here. Dual credit. We have so much here at TSA. That's what makes us competitive. Our courses, our curriculum, and besides that, the people that are here at TSA that will push you to your ultimate goal, which is having a highly advanced and exceptional education. Dual credit students will receive a college transcript from an accredited university. Yes, you will. So you'll get a high school transcript and you'll get a college transcript. Um, Okay, give me 1 second. I am going to ask Ms. Crystal a question. Um, okay, so Ms. Crystal, what's the best thing about PSA?
The best thing about TSA is that we genuinely care. We genuinely care about each and every one of our students. We know our students by name. We actually judged a contest not too long ago, and it's just funny because when we were reviewing, we were just calling out the names of the students, and people are like, "What grades are those? What grades are those?" And myself and a couple of the advisors immediately, that's a third grader. And that other one's a second grader. We know our students. And oh, she loves the color pink. She loves to color. Or this student is an amazing artist. Just
Yeah.
really, really personable things that only a person that cares would know. And one more thing that I want to say that basically genuinely makes me feel like I am in the right place is when I was in college to become an educator, one of my professors told me, you will have a person's most prized possession in your hands, essentially. What will you do with that? And
Mhm.
here we take care of those prized possessions. So
We
that
do.
is the best thing about TSA.
Our students are our greatest joy and gems because when they leave here, we want you to be self-sufficient. We want you to think for yourself. We want you to question. We want you to be able to research, and we teach you all that here. You're not a number, you're a name. right? So we're getting ready to say goodbye. We've been over our time. I'd like for you to see more of our team members and some of the people that are behind the scenes that you really don't get to see. And we're going to open up and let Mr. Clifford, who's amazing. Here's our COO, Miss Ingrid. So we're going to let her say hello. It's Johnny.
Hello.
Awesome. There's Clifford at the top. Amazing. So these are a few of our team members and some of the ones that came to join us today. I thank you all from the bottom of my heart for helping put this together and do such an amazing job. As you can tell, it's way better than what I used to do, right, guys? If you look at those YouTube videos, just eat you some popcorn and laugh a little bit and say, boy, she came a long way. Yes, and you can too at TSA. How about that? So thank you all so much for joining us. We're going to do this again. Let us know in the comments if you like this. And if you want to send us questions, we will be glad to answer them at our next event. Thank you all so much. We love you and we want the best for you. And we'll see you next time. Thank you guys. Bye.